This is Warhammer 40K Mechanicus, one of about 1 million Warhammer games that are out there. This one is kind of a minimalist turn-based strategy game, and I've enjoyed it so far. I've mostly just played a little bit past the tutorial, but I noticed it because there's actually a sequel that just came out. You can see it up there. I didn't buy the sequel, though. I bought the first one because I missed the first one the first time around. One of the problems with flooding the zone with your IP is the fact that it's just really easy to miss stuff. I really kind of enjoy this game so far, but I missed it when it first came out because it was drowning in a sea of other Warhammer games. But yeah, let's hit continue and move forward. So I've only done one proper mission after the tutorial, so this is still pretty early in the game. The basic idea is you are the tech priests from Warhammer, who are a bunch of just psychotic ideologues who they're out here to study and learn about technology and mysteries, except also they have contempt for everything and everything is sinful, and so also it's bad to be interested in things. Their job is to be interested in things, but also it's bad to be interested in things. So they're just tortured and backbiting and kind of insufferable, but the game is pretty fun. I've got a couple of tech priests here who are my guys that I level them up, I upgrade them, I control them during a mission. And in addition to these guys, I've also got these little troops up here, these little servitor guys. And these are cannon fodder. I get as many of these as I want over the course of multiple missions, and I just get to feed them into a grinder to keep these guys safe. These guys are important. I think there's actually a mode in the game where you can give these guys permadeath, though I have not done that. And then I've got a bunch of technology I've unlocked, whatever, but it's mostly about the missions. So I've got 2 of these tech priesty people who are offering me missions. I just completed one for Scaevola, and now they're offering me a new one that's got some new scary kinds of enemies in it. It still says it's easy though, so maybe I can handle it? I don't know. Let's launch the mission and find out. The story is that we're in this weird world full of Necrons, and we're trying to find out what's going on. But also, we hate each other whenever we try to find out what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to bring my 2 tech priests, and then 4 servitors with me. And I also have this one canticle, which is like a healing spell. I'm assuming I'm going to get more of these over time, but I don't have any others right now. Reports received from Subdomina Kepra. Synopsis follows. Heavy resistance, minimal gains, mounting casualties. Confirm yes or no. These people have replaced much of themselves with computers and robot bits, so they all talk like computers. Correct. There have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron war form. Reaction? Delight. Pray, Tech Inquisitor, explain. Enemy warform, provision designation destroyer, anti-grav technology confirmed, explorator request, file accessed, anti-grav. You don't want me to read all of this, do you? I don't think you do. So basically, there's a new Necron technology. We want to exploit it, except also we should feel guilty for wanting to exploit Xeno technology because it's filthy. A concentration of Necron destroyers is playing merry hell with our Skitarii units. In the tomb of Ekropsis, they're highly mobile and heavily armed weapons platforms. Taking them on is dangerous. Oh, good. I'm so glad I decided to do this. So we want to observe them. I was raised to see that as dangerous thinking, Magos. Put your piety aside. Okay, the fortune of Mars be with you. Anyway, here we are in a mission. So the mission has got this sort of node graph structure to it. And it kind of reminds me, the way that this works kind of reminds me a little bit of Invisible Ink, which is, one of my favorite games of all time, in that there is this little Tombs Awake level in the upper right corner. And so as you're exploring around, you can uncover new resources. You can also get hurt. There's a lot of riskiness to this, but you kind of go around, go to different rooms, and most of these rooms don't have any combat in them. in them. Most of these rooms just have little, like, choose-your-own-adventure choices to make. Occasionally they'll have combat, but mostly they don't. But as you make progress around, this number keeps going up, and actually, if you make bad choices, this number will go up even faster. The higher the number goes, the tougher the combat is, and then this final encounter over here is the toughest combat. When you go here, the mission ends. So I gotta decide what route I want to take. So I want to take a little bit of extra risk. Like, I could go right, which means I only pass through one room before I go to this little nexus here and make another choice. But if I go to the left, I go through 2 rooms. So I'm gonna try going through 2 rooms, see how that goes. And if I want to go to every room, I can. But, you know, that would take some extra time and make things really hard. You see, it progressed by 2 steps up here. Okay, so they're saying some nonsense. This chamber is the site of a skirmish between a unit of Skitarii and the Necron destroyers. Skitarii is us, I guess. A few corpses, badly mauled by Gauss fire, lie around a hurriedly erected flak-weave barricade. I love that, like, the scientist Gauss, his name has lived 40,000 years because it just means magnet gun. So anyway, so I can either pray for my fallen troops, I can peruse them to see if I can learn something, or I can procure supplies. So I've been kind of playing this like I'm an intellectual, so I'm going to peruse. So they're doing some calculations, and I got cognition points. So this is a resource that I use in combat. So I've got a limit to how much of this I can get, so I don't want to get just nothing but cognition points, because then I'll run out of capacity for them. But 2 for the next battle, that seems fair. Let's go over here. You can see I'm collecting them right there. Bring it to me. The cohort finds a sarcophagus containing a Necron destroyer that seems inert. It may have malfunctioned and failed to respond to the tomb's awakening protocol. Okay, so we can mark it to take it later, we can take it now, or we can throw it away. And this is what you do. So if I was playing like a zealot who's like, destroy all Xeno things, I would be doing this. But... And this seems like the most dangerous option, like you're opening it up to try to deal with the thing. So I'm going to tag it for later. And that gave me more cognitive points. Okay, well, so now I've got my maximum, so I don't want that to be the answer to any of my other problems. So let's go over here. This has got a different symbol on it. Uh-oh, our presence has been detected. You see, we've just gone from 0 to 1. So now combat is going to be more dangerous. So this is a glyph challenge. This panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room, beyond which is filled with cognition. If we work out the right commands, we can reap the rewards within. So I think I've only done one of these before. I think this is like a coin flip. I like pick heads or tails, and one of them is right and one of them is wrong. I've got no idea which it is. I think the last time I did one of these, I chose this and it was wrong. However, I don't think that's consistent, probably. It might be right this time. I don't know, but I'm going to choose the other one. Yay! I got 40 of the resource that I used to upgrade my people. Cool. Alright, so now I get to decide again, do I want to go left or right? Left sends me through another one of these before I get to the ending. Right makes this optional. And so I could get to the battle faster. And if I go this way, I think it might just barely level up just as I'm arriving here. I'm not sure it's going to make a big difference, though. Because I think it takes about 2 steps every time I move. And so it will hit 2 just as I'm getting over there, versus hitting just beyond 2. So I don't think it makes a difference. So I'm going to go left, just in case there's cool stuff this way. The lives of the logic saints, Psalm 61. Even in death, our duty is not complete. A mortally wounded Skitarii lies on the floor of the chamber, his torso laid open by Gauss fire. He was evidently caught in a firefight and left behind when his unit fell back. It is likely the Skitarii were attacked by Necron destroyers. This Skitarii might have witnessed their tactics up close. Okay, so if I try to download his tactics and stuff, I'll probably just get more cognition points, which I don't need anymore. Both of these feel like they might be cognition points. I'll give him medical assistance and see what that does. Okay, so this accelerated their awakeness, and... Oh, Necron initiative was increased. Why? The trooper is badly hurt. Quick and dedicated medical intervention, but the cohort's tech priest stabilizes his vital signs. We can yield no intelligence for now. He will eventually fight again. The cohort has lost precious time intervening, but are provided with a rare example of survival against the odds. Okay, so I don't know if this has some other long-term benefit that I'm going to reap. Right now, it seems like I just made the wrong choice. All right, well, we're going to go here, do another glyph challenge. Okay, there's going to be extra Necrons now, and we're up at 2, but I don't think it's going to get any worse unless I make a really bad choice here. A single port designed for a Necron Canoptek creature extrudes from the device. Don't know what that means. Last time, I avoided this and chose something else, and that worked out. I'm going to do this again. Yes! Well, I'm just going to keep choosing the one on the right. That's awesome. All right, finally, we've got the final battle. We're at number 2 here, which I think was kind of inevitable. Maybe, you know what? No. If I took the shortest path, I could have gotten there with it still at 1. Let's see how it goes. So, most interesting, not all forms are humanoid. Oh, I fought a thing that looked like this in the tutorial, and it was nasty and just wiped the floor with me. I hope this one's weaker than that one. I think that one might have been designed to kill me on purpose. I think I could have survived if I'd made slightly better choices. I made it to the very last turn in the tutorial before it killed me. But yeah. The Xenos show they're more alien than we originally thought. Text of the oiled cog. Verse 12 states, one can verge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity or be lost to the men of iron and their ways. I do not mean to diverge from the discussion, but what are these Iron Men? Unclear. This text was logged many millennia ago. There's no other reference to them in my cogitators. Keep focused, brothers. We have a new enemy afoot, and we must... Wait, afoot? And we must ensure they do not surprise us with new trickeries. Be alert and focus. Okay, so we have to destroy this thing. And last time I faced one of those, it sucked. So, it looks like we've got... Okay, it's behind a big giant wall, which is probably helpful. We've got resources over here and over here that we can grab. And we've got a thing we can scan. And I'm not actually sure... I forgot what this does. But... yeah, okay, so I think... maybe we'll want to split, like, go around both directions? I don't know which way he's going to go. I imagine maybe this is the shortest route. And so if somebody goes around here, they better have a ranged attack. Because he's probably moving away from them. The thing is, what I had to do last time, I thought one of these was line up a bunch of my servitors in front of him and let them take his attacks while my tech priests like peppered him from afar, or like stood back and tried to attack him. The problem is one of my tech priests does not have a melee attack. He can heal, which is nice, but he's gonna have to get up close and personal. I think I'm gonna have... he's also got the most movement points. So this guy's big and fat, I just realized, which means that he can't fit along this route. He will definitely come this way. And so I think the question is, I think you get like extra resources or something if you scan this. So if I do get a tech priest over here, I think I get extra prizes. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a smart move. Because that'll be one less sword in battle, basically. Well, let's see how this goes. I'm going to try it. I mean, you know, what's the point of a battle if you don't go after every single objective? I believe in overextending myself. All right, so we start with... Oh, a new guy has shown up. And he is coming this way. This guy's going that way. Oh, what? You get extra moves? Oh. Oh, we have to go out this front door here, huh? Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm going to delay this guy's turn because he's behind all his friends. All right, so I'm going to try to array these guys. Now, this guy's attack, I think, can hit, like, a wide area. So I'm going to have to spread these guys out as they try to slow him down. This guy can't do anything besides move at her. So these little guys, all they can do is move and do a little melee attack. They can also do attacks of opportunity if somebody tries to move past them. So I'm just going to move these guys out to get in his way. Okay, so now I've got this tech... I'm going to... So this is my ranged tech priest. I wonder... Okay, so he can shoot over there. I don't know if this guy's going to get in range, though. He probably won't. He'll probably just, like, cling to the edges here. So I probably need to actually bring this guy out, too. So let's not fire that. And instead... Well, let's delay his turn to get everybody out first, because I think I'm going to get this guy... I'm going to get this guy out over this way. Hey, wait a minute. What happened to all my cogitation points? I collected a bunch of cogitation points during the run up to this place. Why don't I have them now? Were they supposed to be used for something else during the sort of adventuring time? That's weird. I think I might have misunderstood what those were for. Okay, by the way, I keep forgetting what they're called. It looks like it says... I don't know if they're cognition points, cogitation points. I don't know what they're called. I don't know how far this guy can move, either. Is he going to be able to get in range of me in his next turn? He didn't move very far last time, so I'm betting not. I'm betting I can run up with him. So, okay, that's what this guy's going to do. So now we've got this dude. I'm going to move him up here. And now this guy, so I've got this ability here. So this servo skull who works for me, he can be used to collect these resources, but he can also be used to scan enemies. So I'm going to try to use him to scan this guy. So now I get to know how much health he has. The one that destroyed me in the tutorial had 40 health. This guy is 18, so he is less tough. So I'm going to move my guy over here. Make him more likely to be able to get into range, like get an angle on him. And he's got a healing ability too. Okay. Enter. Oh no. Oh, okay, good. That's just recharging. Oh, why are you over there? Oh, because you're Oh, what? You're ranged? Oh, the last guy was melee. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Let's put somebody else on the front lines. Again, who is not my tech priest. And I guess... let's have this guy wait in the wings. Let's have these guys just sort of line up here and just get ready to put their bodies in the way. You end up thinking like a Warhammer character in this game, which is kind of fun. Okay, so notice you get a little icon over the guy if where you're moving will allow you to shoot him from there. So I'm going to keep this guy as far back as I can while still being able to shoot that dude. So I recently leveled him up. This gun naturally does very little damage, but I think... Oh yeah, no, I haven't actually got anything yet. Or did I? I thought I had given him an upgrade that would increase his damage. It did, yeah. Actually, I think originally this thing did only 1 to 2 damage. I think it does 2 to 3 now because I just leveled him up. So, and it says Machine Spirit, +1 damage. Basically, I think as you use this gun, it builds up towards an attack that does extra damage. So I'm going to shoot the dude. I like abstract range calculation. I mean like line of sight calculations, because I shot straight through this obstacle. That's fine. I appreciate that they're being kind to me. All right, so I could move again after shooting him, which I didn't remember I could do. So this isn't like XCOM where shooting ends your turn. So I can actually move him into hiding again right after that, and then end his turn. Okay, so I could run up here for free, but if I run further like this, that will use one of these cognition points, cogitation, cognitive, I think it's cognition points. It'll use a cognition point, and then I also need to use a cognition point to attack, but I've got to, so that's fine, I can do that. So I'm going to, and also I'll be within melee range of this guy, which means if he tries to back up to use his ranged weapon, which he must do, he'll take another attack from me. So that just used the cognition point, and now I'll use another one to power axe him. Wait, actually, because my power axe requires a cognition point, I'm actually not sure if I do opportunity attacks. I might not. Also, I have no idea how much health he has because I haven't scanned him. That's a really interesting thing, that because you're playing these Mechanicus characters, it's all about, scanning things, analyzing things and stuff. So they made sure to make analyzing an enemy be an actual important choice that you make in combat. So you're not just like passively being fed all this information. You are doing the action that these characters do. And so you have to manually scan things. So I haven't scanned this guy, so I don't know how much damage I did to him, or how much health he has left. Okay, that's all that Magos Jeremiah can do. So this guy's going to zap my friend, and now he's dead. But that's fine. That's his job. Being dead is his job. Uh-oh. Okay, so now Necrons reanimate. This went up to 3. Necrons reanimate faster. So that's the thing that they do. They reanimate. And, oh no! Scarabs are showing up. These guys are nasty and acidic, and they also heal guys. This guy gets to move again? What's wrong with you? Okay, so I can get close enough to actually damage him a little bit. These guys are not very powerful, but every little bit helps. So this guy's screwed, but 2 damage, not nothing. By the way, these guys have a special ability. You get one, it is cognition. You get 1 cognition point every time one of these guys gets hit. That's where I've been getting a lot of my cognition points. Okay, that's all he can do, is sacrifice his life for the cause. But if this guy tries to move back to use his ranged attack, these guys will attack him. They definitely do have attacks of opportunity. And notice that this guy doesn't do opportunity attacks because he has a ranged weapon. So yeah, let's see if we can swarm the heck out of this dude before he stomps on us like bugs. Okay, this guy's gonna shoot him, but I don't think he does as much damage. He does enough. Okay, got another. Oh no, these guys are. Oh, opportunity attack. Nice. Wait, did I kill him? My opportunity attack killed him. Oh, and this guy does get an opportunity attack. Cool. But I don't know how much damage it did. All right, we're probably fine. Okay, time for my boy to go. Okay, so now, you see this red bar underneath the weapon? That means my machine spirit is charged up, so I'm gonna do extra damage with this attack. Can I hit him? I can't. Wall's in the way. Okay, so let's move here. Now let's shoot him. 4 damage. Nice. How's he doing? Do I need to scan him again to find out how he's doing? Or does it say... Oh, he said... Oh, right here. 7. He's got 7 health left. All right, cool. Let me scan something. I'm going to scan this guy. What are your stats? It looks like he's got 1 armor and he's got 7 health. Okay, so completely fresh, he's got as much health as this guy has, deeply wounded. I'm gonna hide, because that's what a soldier does. All right, this guy. All right, let's scan this guy. Let's find out what his... Oh, he's only got 1 hit point left. Okay, let's destroy the heck out of this dude. All right, so that... Okay, but he's not really destroyed. He's down, but he's going to regenerate. So, and he's going to regenerate in 2 turns. So the question is, am I going to kill these other guys fast enough that I don't need to kill him yet? Can't be sure, but I think I've got time. Do I have time? Yes, to run over here and scan this. So I'm going to do that. And remind myself what... Okay, it is more resources. So I can upgrade my characters more. Okay, cool. I've done that, and now I can move a little bit more. So I'm going to move back to deal with this dude. And that's that. Okay, so opportunity attack, because he's trying to back up. Oh, I only got 1? Why did this guy not get 1? Well, I guess I can't ask him now. Getting so close with this dude, though. Oh no, new scarabs have just showed up. And a new Necron warrior? Okay, this is getting bad now. This is the most dangerous dude. I still need to focus fire on him, but I've got these 2 Necron warriors now over here. Ugh. Okay. So I think I need to try to take this guy out, even though I'm exposing myself to danger from the other 2. He's so dangerous. Okay, he's down, but he's probably gonna get up, isn't he? Yeah, I've got 2 turns before he gets up, and that's gonna be bad. So I don't think there's anywhere... Oh wait, I can run up. Oh, is this guy gets opportunity attacks? I'm about to say, like, I can run up and get close to this dude at least, right? So I can take him out next turn and maybe put some distance between me and him? I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Huh. I mean, I can heal. So yeah, I'm going to do this. When you walk past a source of cognition points, you get some. And... well, it's saying I can, like, still move. I wish I had more weapons. I'm just gonna... I mean... I'm gonna hide back here. I'm not sure why I could move this much. That's a lot of moving to do. I guess... can I just move as much as I want as long as I have cognition points? I think so. I didn't realize that. Wow. I am powerful in this game. However, because they've made me this powerful, they can also throw enemies at me all day. So it balances out. Okay, so this guy, he's going to get up in 1 turn. So we have to nail him right now. So all you have to do is any damage to them while they're down, and they go away. Okay, cool. So it's telling us the Necrons never actually die, but we've eliminated them for our immediate purposes anyway. All right, so... I'm going to move up, but not that much. Because... yeah, I'm just not sure how close I want to get. Of course, this guy's wounded, but he's got the same amount of health as the other guy. And if I can burn some cognition points, I can close any gap. So I think I'm going to enter in there. Is this guy going to be able to hit somebody? No. Awesome. Wait, what? How did he get up so fast? I thought I had 2 turns. Oh, that is garbage. I must have misunderstood something. That is crazy. Why did he get up so fast? Okay. So I'm going to heal myself, obviously. Though, I mean, that's not enough. He's still going to kill me next turn. Yeah, I must have deeply misunderstood how this works. To think that... I mean... Was it because I did so much moving around? Did that advance the turn or something? Because... I mean, I couldn't possibly have shot him again in the time that I had. Alright. I'm not sure if I get any cover from going over here. But it's worth it to me to try. I mean, maybe I should have been trying to take these guys out now. I'm definitely going to grab some more cognition. Okay. So I'm going to use some of that to get him over here. And then what happens if I run him back here? See, it doesn't seem like anything progresses. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on there, but we're gonna hang out there. And then I'm also gonna hide this guy and make these guys get closer to me. And I'm prepared with a really powerful attack. I'm going to also heal my friend. So both of us have more than 5. He tends to do about 5, or sometimes a little more damage. So if we're both up at 10, or at least 8, we'll be better. And then I'm going to grab some more cognition points. This is psycho. All right. Okay, so how far does this guy move? So, okay, so I can't go behind this. I'm going to delay my turn, see what else happens. This guy could run up this far and then not be able to attack. So, that's not cool. Actually, you know what? Okay, I'm going to... If this is solid, I'm going to move here just to be closer to be able to run out. I hope that doesn't mean they can shoot me. Okay, they're making room for the big guy. And then I'm going to... I was about to say I was going to run over there, but I don't think that's a good idea, actually. Alright, I'm going to move here. And then shoot this. Not sure why. Just seems like a thing I'm allowed to do. And then I'm going to go back. Just to be careful. Okay, this is growing too. I don't know if they have infinite Necrons they can just throw at me. Okay, again, I'm going to delay. See if I can use these guys to get more points. I think that's the only thing that makes sense for me to do. He does move faster than his minions a little bit, so I'll probably at some point be able to charge up at him, right? Okay, they don't know what to do. Oh crap, he can shoot around that corner. I wasn't sure about that, but now we know the answer. Okay, cool. But if I move over here, I can shoot him. Not enough, but I can shoot him a little. My healing ability isn't back yet. Let's get some more cognition points. Okay, and this guy gets to move one more time before my friend gets to move. My friend is screwed. He's gonna die. Unless I make myself a more attractive target. I think that might be what I have to do. I think because this guy's got 8, he's more likely to survive. So I'm gonna get him closer, so he's more likely to get targeted. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm hoping it is. Of course there's more Necrons in battle now. But maybe not this battle? 7 damage. Okay, but... And then another guy's gonna move. Oh man, we might be screwed. Ugh. Alright, well... Wait, no. Let's get close to both of them. I'm gonna make them work for it at least. Okay, he's gone. However, actually, wait. I got one guy left, but is that enough? Oh no! He gets to do an opportunity attack on me. Whoops. But can I still do it? Okay, I can still do it. And I can heal. Not enough cognition points. I will someday be able to heal. I don't think they can shoot me for a bit. Alright. Unfortunately, I need cognition points to attack and to heal. I gotta heal. Healing is number 1. Does it, like, this guy can't attack. Oh wait, I forgot. I also forgot I've got mechanical. I can heal myself even more. Okay, so there are more sources of cognition. If I just run around, I can grab them. I can't believe I'm doing this. So they can't get to me over here, so I'm just gonna run over here. The problem is I don't know if they're gonna eventually spawn more guys. I mean, that would be kind of nonsense if they just kept spawning guys forever in a kill all the guys challenge. Especially when I move so slowly with this stuff. Okay. So I'm not going to use any cognition points I don't have to. Ooh, can he hit me from back there? Hope not. Okay, I can get to him. And smack him. With the cognition points that I just got. I think I can hit him, but it didn't give me the icon. Can I hit him? I can't because of this corner? So weird. Okay, so I have to step out and take an opportunity attack. Or not? I'm not sure how that worked. Okay, so this guy, one more hit will kill him, I think. I got no more cognition, so I have to rely on the opportunity attack to do it. Okay, he's down, and I've collected cognition from him. Good, because I need to attack him again to keep him from coming back. Alright, let's go get more cognition here. Man, I love a game that lets you come back from the break. Well, they're not going to reanimate because I've got one left. So because I'm standing next to this, I automatically collect it. I think that actually you can just sort of do that as a strategy if you want to. just leave a guy next to that and just collect it every turn. I guess I should scan this guy so I know how much health he's got left, but don't care. I've got a lot of this. Should I heal with some of it? No, I don't think he can do that much damage to me. All right. So I can, if I expend one of these, I can run up on him. So I'm gonna do that, and then smack him in the face. Got a critical, so we've got to be low, but I don't know how low. And now we're in opportunity range, which means he's going to have to back up for me to use his ranged attack. And so I'm just going to let that happen. Really? He's not dead. All right. Huh. Okay, well, let's see. And he's down. And once all of them are down, they don't make you go through the motions of double killing them all. So I loved that. The fact that everything went horribly and I was about to lose, but I had just enough options at my disposal that I could pull out a victory. That's what makes me want to, compare this to Invisible Ink. That's my favorite thing about Invisible Ink, is the fact that, they basically they amp up how much the enemy's power can escalate, but they also amp up how much you are able to do. And so it's like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Rune Lords series. It's an old fantasy series from like the 90s, but it's a fantasy series where magic involves stealing attributes from other people to make yourself more powerful. But the kind of one of the funny things about that world is people can get strength. They can steal strength from other people and become, have the power of the strength of 15 men or something like that. But there's no endurance. There's no spell that can make you tougher. And so when people, when two people are fighting and they've got all this amped up strength, they just pummel each other into dust, into like sludge, because nobody can endure the kinds of hits that you can deliver with this extra strength. And so this kind of reminds me of that a little bit, because like they make the enemies so powerful, they make me so powerful that we're just like smashing each other into paste. And so there's something, I don't know, I mean, obviously not literally, but just like, I don't know, I just feel like they just kept getting more powerful, but I also had enough options at my disposal that I could pull it out. Anyway, read The Rune Lords by David Farland. It's good. Anyway, so the cohort withdraws from the tomb, having experienced the prowess of the Necron destroyers firsthand. If nothing else, the Adeptus Mechanicus have learned of the stark danger of these Necron war forms pose. And then we say some nonsense. I am focused on matters much closer in space and time, Scavola. Retrieving Tech Inquisitor's statement of purpose. To perceive the grander picture, to strive to acquire and understand for the benefit of all mankind. Be that as it may, I am more interested in how your studies will help our mission on Silva Tenebris. Platitude mode. Trust in the scientific method, Magos. End platitude mode. Okay, so I think we lost resources due to how wounded my characters were at the end. But then we gained resources from the enemies that we killed. And then we found this much stuff. Oh, and then how bad that got feeds into this overall escalation that's tracked over the course of multiple missions. So it feels like... Okay, so let me just do some math here. This is 10 Blackstone, 46, 71 plus 161 is 232. So am I going to get 232, or is this going to be subtracted from it? And I'm going to get 72? Let's see which one is real. I got more than either of those options. So I don't understand the math. I mean, I'm grateful that I have more Blackstone now. That's awesome. I've got no freaking clue why I have this much. It doesn't add up. And I mean, this reminds me a lot of, like, you know, a thing that I want to improve upon from State of Decay 2, which is that our morale numbers in State of Decay 2, if you look at them, the math, the numbers we show you do not add up. The math doesn't make any sense. And so I am, you know, I'm guilty of some amount of this. So I feel like I get to throw stones because I've got my own glass house. This is silly. I want the numbers to add up in a way that makes sense to me. But now that we've got some Blackstone, let's look at what we get to do with it. So we've got Magos Minarius. This is my ranged guy. And I can give him other things. Okay, so what did we just get? Oh, wait, right. This is his arm augment that he just picked up. I think that my previous mission, this. I think this is an option that was unlocked by this last mission. Reveal all enemy statistics in a circle area. Oh, okay. So you can reveal stats, in a big pile. That's cool. So in order to install these, so these are all powers and weapons and things that I can install in these characters. But in order to do so, they have to have augment space over here. And you get augment space by leveling them up. So these are the skills we can level up. I've already given him extra range with ranged weapons and this augmentation. And so, this lets me use my servo skull to damage targets. Interesting. Just glancing through the options here. Or what else can we do? I can cleanse targets of negative effects, things like acid, which can come from those beetle things. Get a free cognition point if the gauge is empty. I feel like the other guy wants that. Your next weapon's attack cognition is... so you can periodically use a weapon that has a cognition cost without paying the cost. That also might be something the other guy wants to do. Interesting. Okay, so this one lets you buff up your troops, and this one reveals stats just by being close to enemies. So, I like the idea of, so this guy is going to be standing behind troops a lot. The idea of him being able to buff the troops is kind of cool. So I'm going to give him this one. So now he's got the ability to do that. I think it's with his servo skull. He can use it on the troops to make them more powerful. Now, before we do anything else with him, let's go... and let's look at... this also gave him more augment capacity. So I can give him another thingy. And so, like, I could give him a power axe, so he's got a melee attack. That might be a good idea. This one lets you attract the attention of enemies. I'll think about that in just a second. We can give him something, but I don't know what yet. So the other guy, let's look at his skills. So we've given him... we already gave him this ability. I just didn't quite understand what it meant the first time I gave it to him, so I didn't use it. So I should use that in the future. He can make all the troops attack somebody? That's kind of cool. But I think what I wanted to give him was free cognition points. Okay, now we're down to 113. And so I think, the next upgrade for this guy would be 133. 163, I think we're the same for the other one. Okay, so we can't give them any more disciplines, but we can, each of them has room for another augment. So, the question is, do I just want to double up both? Right now I've got one melee guy and one ranged guy. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have them both be more versatile. But also, giving them multiple healing abilities wouldn't be bad. And this guy attracting other enemy attention to attack him instead of his friend. And he also gains armor at the same time. It might be an interesting ability to give him. So I'm just going to give that to him because it's interesting. And then this guy, yeah, I'm going to keep them. One of them melee, one of them range, just because that's weird and I like it. I'm going to make this guy just better at scanning enemies. So I love that, you know, basically you're unlocking a bunch of these powers, but they're all like installed on them. Like, I mean, that is sort of the style of these characters, and I love that they really just sort of leaned hard into this. Like, your character's model changes depending on what you stick on them. But okay, so I've upgraded the characters, and so what I would do next is just open up another mission. So this one is now normal difficulty. So this mission giver has moved into tougher territory, and I'm a little intimidated. But this mission giver still has an easy mission, so that's what I would choose next. However, it has been like 50 minutes, so we should probably wrap this up. But hopefully I've given you a sense of what this game is and why I like it. I'm going to keep playing this on my own, and if I discover more stuff and, you know, have more stuff to show you, maybe I'll make another episode. But if you know this is the kind of thing you like, go check out Mechanicus. This is an older game. I don't remember what it cost, but I mean, there's a sequel for it now, so yeah. Anyway, it is late at night and my brain is broken, so I should probably get out of here. Here is my subscribe button, and yeah, if I make another video about this at some point, I'll stick it there. Otherwise, I'll just stick some other tactical games there, and see you later.